Hello and welcome to this best of three series between Czarix and Sipa. This is game 2 in the Warhammer League 2. Be sure to like and subscribe for more games and let's get into it. And we have kind of a rematch of a repeat of a matchup that Czarix previously won against I believe Berserk in the previous league, and he's bringing seemingly a very similar build this time too, just on a different map and versus different opponent. So let's check it out. It's Skaven on the road to Talabheim versus Khorne. So from the side of Czarix, he has a bunch of Plague Monks, Censor Bears. So these guys are absolute Terminators into everything that is frontline fighting focused from the side of Khorne, right? Because they have armor piercing, insane. They have frenzy, insane. They have contaminated, insane. They have magic attacks, insane. Just everything about these guys is insane. They also have physical resistance. So just a bunch of them, a bunch of storm vermin, and then a clan rat Skaven slave spear actually, plus a natty booba sharpshooter. So last time he just protected in the middle, kind of awkwardly, the natty boobas. And this time he still brings them. This is also a flat map, so this is much better for the natty boobas. For the natty boobas, because they can just shoot without any problems with line of sight. And previously, I believe it was on an Imperial Road, which is like kind of an Ute style map, which these guys can have some problems shooting into it. We also have a Eshin Sorcerer and Master Assassin with, I believe, Looming Dread. Yes, Looming Dread, great for sniping or for anti-snipe. So if he goes in for a kill on the Master Assassin, he can just anti-snipe and run away. We also have Brittle Bone and Veil of Shadows. So Brittle Bone alongside Looming Dread is basically going to put any single entity into, or hero or lord, pardon, into zero melee defense. And then this guy with his little 60 attack and Weeping Blade is just going to murder them 3 times over. Also, Brittle Bone drains vigor, reduces speed. Veil of Shadows is basically there to defend the natty boobas, right? So whenever there is just a huge line of Khorne, as we see currently, just booking it to murder the faces of the natty boobas, you can just plop the Veil of Shadows as something that is going to delete them. And on this side, we have a Giga Chad, Knights of the Brazen Throne. Oh my god, these guys are so amazing. If they charge into anything Skaven, they just murder them because they have literally murderous charge. So they get 50% bonus mass and charge bonus and charge speed and acceleration. If you've ever seen these units in like charge into something, especially something small that is unbraced, you will see destruction at hand. We also have Murderous Exertion and Will Abandon. So cannot die for one specific unit that is going to be on the Knights of the Brazen Throne. So this is a cool tech to make sure that even if these guys are like stuck in Storm Vermin or something, that they just don't die. Other than that, we just have a bunch of Marauders and a couple of dual weapon Marauders, basically, and a bunch of Forsaken. So he's just going wide, which, again, makes sense if you don't know Czarix's build. Because Czarix's build just basically has one shooting piece, which is how you should play this matchup, right? Because if you have more than one shooting piece, how are you going to protect it against so many melee units that just murder your face? Everything here has frenzy, man. Like, this is the Mark of Khorne gives you frenzy. So this is everything here is just going to go in and absolutely murder your face. Very nice start from the Natty Boobas. Eshin Sorcerer in basically being ready and used currently to just cap the point. But he's absolutely ready to just cast a Black Veil. We also see a Fury unit and a dog unit, Chaos Warhound, alongside the Knights of the Brazen Throne, just trying to surround. So let's see how the initial engagement goes. Czarix does need a point. He has too few units. Oh, he's retreating, actually. Interesting. He's going back, so he's not going to contest for the points. He wants to play near his spawn point, just in case he needs to just reinforce himself faster before. Right? And Sipa is just eating the shots from the Natty Boobas and saying, okay, come at me, come a bit more forward, or I am going to triple cap you and then win on points, right? And Chaos Furies being ahead, just chilling here, they know that the only thing that can shoot up is the Natty Boobas, so he's technically not even afraid of sacrificing them, and he just charges in. He's just going in for it. The Plague Monk Sensor Bearers need to immediately go here and stop that. These Chaos Warhounds are really, really doing a bad thing. Oh, very nice. He overcasts a... overcast, right? Yes, look at this. So, he overcasted the Black Veil thing to Veil of Shadows to slow down, reduce leadership, and silence this entire blob for his Storm Vermin to actually get into combat here. Natty Boobas, instantly dead. Two Furies say goodbye, rats. Nice knowing you. But Chaos Warhounds and Forsaken now fighting into the Sensor Bearers. So this is a mistake. Like, he is trying to surround something and then kill the Skaven. But the problem is, this is exactly where Skaven actually want you. So they're fighting Storm Vermin that are supported by Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. And here, you're fighting two Plague Monk Sensor Bearers with just a Marauder and a Forsaken. If there were one more Sensor Bearer here, at some point... Oh, very nice summon. Doom Flayers summoned. Doom Flayers are amazing against infantry. They can just grind it out in a blob, and they have very cool animations like the spinny wheel things, where they can just fight off basically anything. And what the hell is this? I don't know the spell. Oh, this is Murderous Abandon and the other thing. So he actually casts all of the spells, but still the Furies just insta-die, and the Plague Monks and the Storm Vermin are still winning this fight. Like, the combination of them... Also, these guys get terrified, which is fine, but they're gonna come back. And the Plague Monk Sensor Bearers actually win the fight, and when the Storm Vermin actually get back, I don't even think these guys use their Murderous Charge. Or it seems that they did use it, but that it was very limp. And if we look at the macro look at the battlefield right now, let's see. So this is a Sensor Bearer and another Sensor Bearer killing Furies. There's a Doom Flayer supporting this. So with the Doom Flayer here, going into especially this blob here with the Storm Vermin, he's going to win this fight. There are now Night Runners coming out to support the other Storm Vermin, and this Sensor Bearer is going to move forward to try and capture the point, because he knows that the next phase of this fight is Knights of the Brazen Throne, and then a bunch of the Storm Vermin and Sensor Bears trying to capture points. So he's going to play the mobility, like Sipa is going to play the mobility game versus the other side. Master Assassin, pretty much invisible, going into the Hounds, very nice. He's going to slow them down. And he makes the correct decision, in my opinion. He doesn't go for the point. He goes for actually supporting his Storm Vermin pals here. Rats strong together, right? And then if he wins this fight, he is basically ahead with like 2k value. Oh, charge! Oh my god, Murderous Charge. It procced at the perfect time with the recharge. So he actually 50% basically that unit. But Doom Flayers still have a good mass. And also Storm Vermin are still here. Double Storm Vermin and a Sensor Bearer. They're going to be able to kill the Knights of the Brazen Throne. And if these guys are dead, then the carry piece... And what is this? 2 Sensor Bearers and a Rat Ogre going into the main point, with this point being already captured. This looks like a game for Czarix this time, and again he proves why the Sensor Bearers and the Storm Vermin are just so good when working together. Another very nice charge from the Knights of the Brazen Throne. But Sipa taps out. He knows he's out of gas from the Plague Monk Sensor Bearers and the Storm Vermin. Wow, what a absolute massacre. And win for the Rats. Crazy. The Ashen Sorcerer actually very much stopped a bunch of the Brazen Throne Knights from going into the backline and potentially swinging that fight. So this wasn't as one-sided as Czarix made it look. He just outplayed with the overcasted Black Veil, right? And also just casting probably Brittle Bone onto the Knights of the Brazen Throne, which I didn't check for technically. But oh my god, what a showing from Czarix's Rats, man. Again, Plague Monks didn't get as much value, but they just killed the Marauders for days, man. And then ID Boobas got 500 value. They just insta-died, but you need like a shooting piece. You kind of do need a shooting piece, because without a shooting piece, the opponent can just stand there, right? And you're gonna get out capture weighted, and it's not gonna be a fun time. So this kind of forces your opponent to at least try to dive you at some point. But honestly, Sipa could have just gone back. He could have just killed the Natty Boobas and then said, I'm gonna stand on the objectives and I'm going to out capture weight you because I have so many like random units that you can't deal with, and then just summon out stuff like, sorry about that, blood beasts. But let's check some value. So all of the plague monks did fine. Last plague monk, very giga chad. He could have also gone for the ROR plague monk, like they're super good with the rabble or something like that it's called, that they just are immune to psychology and they give everything else immune to psychology. So for example, that one storm vermin that routed to terror, they would not have routed to terror. Very nice supporting night runners. You don't have kind of enough time to get gutter runners out, even though the gutter runners are probably much better in this. And yeah, Doom Flayers just getting in there and being super strong. This is just a backup chieftain for the Master Assassin. If Khorne ever goes for a snipe on your lord, you just summon in this guy with the power grab ability so that he takes over the leadership penalty for you. And it's not as bad. Look at this. None of the Forsaken did any value because they just fought Plague Monks, Censor Bears, man. What a crazy, crazy game. And a very nice showing, again, that rats can surprisingly punch up into freaking Khorne as melee units. Crazy. So, yeah, 1-1 between Czarix and Sipa. So see you guys in game 3.